This is going to the cloud. Yes, this is going to the cloud. So, hey everybody, I'm Carolyn with the Women's Closet TV show, and tonight we are talking about domestic violence. We're talking about some current events that is going on in the city and also statewide, and we're also talking about tickets. So, I just want to say hi to everybody that is in my live stream tonight, and let me see. Hi Joey, how you doing? Hey, I think this cousin Joey, if I'm not mistaken. So tonight we're discussing domestic violence. Domestic violence stems back, excuse me, to the early 1920s, when back then, my throat's scratchy, when back then women were made to feel that they were undervalued compared to our male counterparts. So it stemmed from there. Fast forward till today. There's different types of domestic violence. Now, most people feel as though, hi, Kenny, and I want to say something to Kenny. I'm going to just take a moment out. My nephew, Kenny, is very sick, or either that's his mom that have tuned into my live stream. I'm not sure which one. But my nephew Kenny is very sick. He's going through cancer, and he's going through cancer treatment. So I would like for everybody who tunes into my live stream, please keep my nephew Kenny in your prayers. Thank you. So I just wanted to put that out there. I'm not sure if that's his mom that's in my live stream, because I can't see the comments, or that's actually Kenny. Not sure, but I know one of them is tuned in. So anyway, domestic violence goes all the way back to the 1920s. Originally, I had a guest. I was supposed to do this like last Monday on my radio show, but the guest that I invited decided that she didn't want to cancel because of, I guess, because of the topic that I had on my radio show, and it was called The Soul of a Black Man. That's to be continued for next Monday on the radio show for part 2. So domestic violence. Men go through domestic violence just as much as women go through domestic violence. However, it is reported more that women go through domestic violence compared to the male counterparts that suffer through domestic violence. Regardless of what type of domestic violence it is, it leads to anxiety, it leads to depression, and we're going to go through the different types of domestic violence. So I must put this out there. If you are a woman or a man that is going through domestic violence, or you are someone who knows somebody that is going through domestic violence, regardless if they are a male or female, share this with them, because the information that I'm going to give you can help them. And just maybe, fam, they can get the help that they need, identify what kind of domestic violence category they fit in as far as them being the victim, because it not only affects the person that's going through the domestic violence, but it has an effect on the children, it has an effect on the family, and if it's a pregnant woman, it has an effect on the unborn baby. So we're going to be going through the different types of domestic violence. So I'm going to say this. If you see me looking over here, remember I said Murphy's Law, anything that could have went wrong tonight did go wrong. That's how come I'm so late showing up, because I actually have all 3 laptops up when I normally don't. I normally just go live on my Facebook, and then I have my one laptop where I actually record So once I'm recording and I pull it from the cloud, I can upload it to my YouTube channel, as well as put it in the Women's Closet TV Facebook page. So if you see me looking this way, I'm looking directly at you, Facebook fan. If you see me looking over here, I'm looking at the cloud. If you see me looking over here, that's a whole different set of people over here. Okay, so let's get to it. Domestic violence goes anywhere from grade, I'm gonna say age, from age 7, no, I'm sorry, grade 7 to adult. Now, you may say, well, Carol, why are you saying grade 7? Because remember, we have teenagers, grade 7. If they're in the 7th grade, how old are they? 9th grade, they're 14. Grade 7, they're like in their teens. I'm gonna say 12, breaking 13. Anyway, in today's economy, you have young people that call themselves boyfriend, girlfriend, young people that are engaged in adult behavior. These young people also go through what's called domestic violence, and that is from grades 7 all the way up to grade 12 as far as high school. Beyond that, it goes to adults. Okay, so it's also called dating violence, intimate partner abuse, violence, spousal abuse, intimate partner abuse, violence, and domestic abuse. It all takes on a whole lot of different forms. Do sexual abuse, is it included in that? Yes, it is. Sexual abuse, sexual harassment is included in the category of domestic violence. Let me do this real quick so I can see who's on here. Okay. Hi, Isaiah. How you doing? Hi, Kenny. Hi, baby. Saying a prayer for you that you get better. You're welcome. Yes, thank you. My nephew Kenny is undergoing cancer treatment, everybody. Please say a prayer for him and keep him in your prayers while he is going through the chemo treatment, that he gets better. So types of domestic abuse, you have stalking. Cyber stalking is also a form of, if you see me doing this, that's because I'm swiping. Is also a form of domestic abuse. Economic or financial abuse is also under the category of domestic abuse. Now you may say, Carol, well, what do you mean by economic or financial abuse? You have people who have control over other people's money for their own financial gain. That is a form of domestic abuse. Economic abuse, this is where you have people that, once again, are over people. See, Murphy's Law tonight, y'all. You have people that are what we call caregivers or power of attorney, that are over people who are incapable of taking care of themselves. That falls under domestic economic abuse. Everything I gave you still falls under domestic abuse. As I said before, sexual abuse refers to any behavior that uses sex to control or demean a victim. But remember, sex abuse and rape is all about power. Even if they are in a relationship, if she takes the dick or he takes the pussy, it's still about power. No matter how you look at it, there's that power thing that is going on. No one should take anything. It falls under domestic abuse. Economic and financial is when you're threatening or limiting someone's financial freedom. That's when I was talking about if a person has power of attorney over someone, or they are the caregiver of someone and they know that the person is incapable of taking care of themselves independently. That could be a person that is slow, MR, mentally retarded. It could be a person that may have had an illness and can no longer care for themselves, because if they had a stroke, right or the left side is going to be affected. And if they haven't fully recovered to their optimal health, there's some things that's going to be a little slow up there. I'm putting it out there. Next, I want to talk about spiritual abusers. Now, you may have people say they have a spiritual mother, they have a spiritual father. That spiritual mother or that spiritual father may be the pastor of the church, or what they call the first lady of the church, or a deacon of the church, or deaconess of the church. Those are what they call spiritual mothers and spiritual fathers. Now, with the spiritual abusers, they're going to force their victim to participate in some type of religious practices of their own to raise mutual children in a relationship. Now, I call this a cult. I don't know what y'all call it, but I do call this type of spiritual abusers a cult. If y'all remember, what was his name? Waco, Texas. Waco, Texas is a prime example of spiritual abuse. The deaths that was in Ghana, that is spiritual abuse, because you have these spiritual pastors that have these large followings. I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about, like the Waco people. They have these large followings, and they tell you, if you join our church or you follow us over here and you give up all of your worldly belongings and all of your materials, and you sign your paycheck or you sign over your money, hi Kathy, or you sign over your money to us, that is called a cult. But under domestic violence, is called spiritual advisor. So once again, like I said in the beginning of this live stream, if there is someone who is going through any type of domestic violence based on the categories that I gave you, by the time I'm done, you should know where you fit in at if you are a victim and what to do about being victimized under the categories that I gave you for domestic violence. I also said that men are suffering domestic violence just as women are suffering domestic violence. However, it is more reported that women suffer through domestic violence more than men. Because the men that go through domestic violence from a woman is not reported as much, because to a man, it may be a sign that I don't want nobody to feel like I can't take care of myself, or my woman is constantly whooping on my ass and there's nothing I can do about it because it may seem like I'm afraid of her. That's why it's not reported, because men don't want to appear weak. Men don't want to appear like they have lost their masculinity because they get their asses whooped by a woman. So I'm gonna be asking y'all some questions, you guys and ladies. I'm gonna be asking y'all some questions. You could say me, or you could choose not to participate. But the truth is, only you know the truth if you have done any of the things that I ask you after I go through all this stuff. Tara, I see you. Happy birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to my daughter, y'all. Say happy birthday. She turned, I can't tell you how old she turned unless she want to tell you. But today's her birthday. Happy birthday, Mama. So next I want to talk about stalking. There's different type of stalkers, y'all. You have stalkers that will stalk you at work. You have stalkers that are called cyber stalkers. You have stalkers that are called, they're not cyber stalkers, telecommunication stalkers, meaning texting. Because a person can be a stalker with your phone, constantly texting you, constantly sending pictures. Those are telecommunication stalkers. If you have any questions that you want to ask me, feel free. Type them in and ask me. If I had the answers, I'm trying to stay on track because y'all know I get lost. I go off on left field sometimes. Excuse me, so I got to stay on track. So it includes voicemail, email messages, leaving unwanted items at your doorstep. If you're getting flowers at your doorstep and you don't know where they're from and who they're from, that's a form of stalking. Y'all keep seeing me doing, I'm trying to keep my phone from falling because Murphy's Law is in effect tonight. It also includes vandalizing your property, or whether it's a car or your home, or just you. It falls under stalking. Stalking falls under domestic violence. Okay, I'm just trying to keep Facebook straight. Y'all good over here, and y'all all right over here. Okay, all right. Next, I want to talk about domestic violence has been classified as a health problem. Domestic violence has been classified as a health problem. Why? Because it affects a person's mental, emotional well-being, and it leads into the person developing anxiety. It leads into a person developing panic attacks. It leads into a person becoming depressed, and it leads to that almighty P, pharmaceutical medication, because now this person may have to take medication because of what they're going through, because of the domestic violence that they're suffering, especially if it's physical domestic violence, whether it's male being the abuser, or it's a female being the abuser. If y'all keep hearing me say, well, why the hell she keep talking about men being abused? Because ain't no man being abused. People, yes it is. Men just don't talk about it. Men get abused just like women get abused. Men just don't talk about it because they don't want to appear weak, or they just chalk it up and says, you know what, this is something I just have to deal with. You have men who go through mental and emotional domestic abuse. Either way, it is still domestic abuse. Okay, let me do this so I can see who I'm talking to. Kathy, okay. Isaiah, Marlo, Joey, okay. All right, next, I want to talk about the cycle of violence in domestic abuse. How many people, I got to swipe y'all. How many people on here, Yo Tara, how many people on here know that there are different cycles of domestic violence? If you don't know that there's different cycles of domestic violence, say me. I'm going to repeat that question. If you did not know that there are cycles of domestic violence, say, or I'm sorry, because y'all can't talk to me, type me. Be engaged tonight, y'all. Be engaged tonight, y'all. Be engaged tonight, y'all. Be engaged tonight, y'all. Thank you, Mar. All right. So let's talk about the cycle of abusive relationships. The cycle includes tension building, explosiveness, and tranquility and honeymoon stages. Then you may say, Carol, what's the honeymoon stage? I'm not talking about when you first get married. No, I'm not. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is this. In the beginning, you have first stage is tension building. The first stage of domestic abuse is called tension building. What does that include? It's a low level of abuse. Very, very, it's at the bottom of the line, low level abuse. It includes pushing, insulting, constantly insulting a person. Okay, Kathy, I got you. Okay. Kathy, were you in a domestic abuse relationship? Just type yes or no. While she's doing that, I'm gonna move on. The tension building stage, the victim of abuse tries to please, okay, tries to please the abuser to keep from being insulted, to keep from being pushed, to keep from being slapped, to keep from being plucked. So what the victim will do will just try to keep this person happy so they don't have to go through it. That's what's called the tension building stage. Remember, I said there's stages. There's stages in the cycle of abuse. So if you have experienced any of these stages, because only you can identify this, once, okay, Kathy, once I give it to you, you can identify where you were in these categories. What stage of the cycle did you go through, or did you go through all of the cycles that I'm going to give you? Okay, Kathy, thank you for sharing. It was 2 years ago. I'm glad that you are no longer having to go through that, whether it's emotionally, spiritually, physically, or mentally, because it does take a toll on a human being. Okay? Next stage is called the escalative stage. That's the explosive stage, second phase. I'm sorry, second stage. Second stage is called the explosive or escalative stage. This stage is where they start to punch, whether it's the female abuser or the male abuser. You have hard punching, the rape, or other sexual violence. This is the escalative or explosive stage of the cycle of domestic abuse. Escalative or explosive stage of domestic, the cycle of domestic abuse. This is where the person, the victim that is, starts to get punched, hard punches, or get raped, or other acts of sexual violence. Explosive, escalative stage. Thanks, Kathy, for sharing. Because your story, Kathy, as I go through these and you answer and you participate, it may relate to someone else who is going through this as I am talking, and you are responding. So thank you for your participation, because it's all about helping one person at a time. I can't help everybody, but if I can reach one person at a time and they share their story and it carries on to help someone else, that's the whole purpose of the Women's Closet TV show. Next stage is called the tranquility or the honeymoon phase. Tranquility or the honeymoon stage. This is where the abuser apologizes. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Can you please forgive me? It's not going to happen again. I promise. Honeymoon cycle. The honeymoon stage. That's what it is. The abusers, thank you, the abuser make promises to the victim that the abuser know they will never, never, never live up to. Because you know why? If they did it one time, they're bound to do it again. If they did it once, that's all it takes, damn it. People are calling me while I'm on my live stream. Why do they do this? Because they mess up my phone when they do it. This is not good. Hold on, Facebook. I got to get you back. All right, there you go. Hey, all right, Jay. People know that every Thursday around this time that I am in my live stream helping y'all. Why they call me? Wrong time to call. And then on top of that, all I got to do is go into my live stream. You can see what I'm doing. Don't call me. You know what I mean? So when it comes to I call it the cycle, well, I call it the remorse phase. The remorse phase is when they have regret, bullshit regret, because they don't mean it. They mean it for the time being, or they will say, I only do it because I love you, which is also bullshit too, because anybody who loves you is not going to be abusing you in any kind of way, physically, emotionally, mentally, not. How can you love someone and say you love them and you turn around and you crush them? You mentally fuck them up in the head because your ass wants to be abusive. Nobody needs that. Whether it's, and they do buy gifts, I call that makeup shit. When they start buying gifts, that's to say, I make up, but I'm going to fuck up and whoop your ass again next week or tomorrow. And what do the victim do? She fall or he falls for it. Victims, stop falling for it. Don't. Stop. Get out of that abusive relationship. Nobody deserves to be in any abusive relationship, whether it's mental or physical or emotional. If it's mental, it's going to be emotional too. There's no way it's going to be mental and you're not going to feel shit. It don't work like that. Or vice versa. Simply don't work like that. It all ties in together. If there's any type of physical, take his ass back. Don't take him back. I got a solution, all right. But my little wicked mind and my little wicked thinking, I got a solution for any abuser. You take all the abusers, put they freaking asses on the island. Put them on the island with nature. I told you my thinking is wicked. Put them on the island, all the abusers, all the child molesters, all the rapers, all the people that commit crime against women, children, men, put all they fucking asses on a goddamn island somewhere. Put them on the island with nature. I don't mean like with the birds and the fishes. No, I don't mean that. Okay, I get you more. You wouldn't take them back, right? Put them on the island with nature. What's out there with nature? You got the cougars, like real cougars, not the two-legged cougars, the four-legged cougars. You got the cougars, you got the cheetahs, you got the bears, you got the gorillas, you got all that. You got the lioness, you got the cats, like the pretty little wild cats. Put they behind, you got the snakes, you got all that out there. Put them out there with nature and see what happens to them. Kathy says, don't wait till it gets worse, whereas though it gets the point where they start fracturing bones in your body. Marlo says, put his ass with the sharks. Let the sharks eat him. I'm all for that, Mara. Yes, indeed. Doesn't matter if it's a male abuser or a female abuser, because you do have some female abusers that are out there as well. But remember, you got different types of relationships. You have heterosexual relationships and you have gay relationships. And we're going to talk about the protection that is put in place for heterosexual couples compared to gay couples. Because the gay couples don't have the same type of protection laws in place compared to the heterosexual couples. So just stay with me, y'all. Stay with me. Hold on. In the world societies, I had to take some notes down. But I'm gonna read this to y'all. Virtually all the world societies view or have viewed women as less valuable than men. From assaults of women for attending school, honor killings of women for being victims of rape or other sexual violence, or having premarital sex in some countries, to women being omitted from serving on juries in the United States until 1701, and prevented from voting until the 20s. That the view that women are somehow second-class citizens encourages mistreatment of women. What the fuck? Everything I just read, I had to read that to y'all because those are facts. That's the history behind domestic violence. I'm going to take it a step further. Recently, in the Middle Eastern countries, where did I read this? Recently, in the Middle Eastern countries, when I talk about you have two types of couples, there can only be two types of couples, whether it's heterosexual or whether it's gay couples, whether it's two men, still gay, or two women, still gay. In the Middle East, and this I just saw this last week, y'all. In the Middle Eastern countries, if it's found out that two men or two women are in a relationship, there has been a law that they could be put to death. That just came out last week. Yep. Domestic violence sufferers are at a higher risk of facing discrimination when it comes to insurance, whether it's health insurance, life insurance, property insurance. If it's ever reported that he or she, that is creepy, he or she was a victim of domestic abuse, they will have a hard time getting health insurance, life insurance, disability, or any type of property insurance because of the nature and the nature and the violence of domestic abuse, domestic violence. Okay, I'm giving y'all facts. I'm giving y'all the information because if a person is undergoing these types of atrocities, and I call it atrocities because it does so much damage. Some people can never recover from the experience and the trauma that they have went through, especially when children are involved and children see it. No child should ever see their mom or dad getting abused in any kind of way, shape, or form. No child should ever have to see that, because what happens is it has a physical, mental, and emotional effect on that child. There's a saying that when a child sees their parent, the person that's the abuser, doing this to the other parent, 9 times out of 10, that child is going to become an abuser unless it is corrected and that child is taught this is wrong. This is not something you do. This is not a norm. Don't grow up and become an abuser and you end up abusing somebody else because of what you saw wrong. If it's not caught, that child may become an abuser. 9 times out of 10, according to the Department of Health. That's what happens. I gotta wipe my face, y'all, because I'm having a hot flash and I feel my pores opening up. So hold on while I wipe my face, because I know y'all see me shining. If I see myself shining, I know y'all see me shining. Hold on. I gotta keep this with me because I get hot flashes all day long. The risk factors in you have people who are not married. They just dating. That's called intimate partner domestic abuse. Don't live with the person, you're just dating. Just dating. And you find out that this asshole is an abuser. Don't stay there. Get out early. You ever saw that movie, Get Out? Get your ass out early. Soon as you see the signs, get out. Don't stay there. Have the mental capacity and the heart and the determination to walk away, because you don't have to deal with that. If you're married, it's a little bit different. Some people say, why do women or men stay in violent relationships? Fear. He's going to find me. I know with women, they stay in the relationships because, and they're afraid to leave because of fear. And if they do leave, he's going to find me. And if he find me, it's going to be worse than it ever was again. That's why they have safe houses for abused women and the children that are involved. I don't know, they may have safe houses for men, I'm not sure, but they do have safe houses for women of abuse. Unfortunately, because sometimes the women have gotten so tired of being abused, beat up on, used like a punching bag, slapped around, her body taken when she didn't want to. That's a form of abuse too. That is a form of abuse. All of that. When and mentally they're like, if I leave, they're going to find me. He's going to find me. And he's going to want to drag me back. And once we get behind doors, I already know what's going to happen. That's how come in the safe houses, when a person calls for a person, they don't let nobody know where they at. They don't let nobody come in and visit that person, especially the freaking abuser. And sometimes you may say, well, Carol, there's restraining orders. A lot of times they don't even abide by the goddamn restraining order, or they wait till the restraining order expires. They wait till the restraining order expires, and they go and do what? Go and do some more victimization. There was 2 weeks ago, Kathy says that's how she was. I'm glad you are out of that relationship. There was a woman, this was 2 weeks ago, there was a woman who was being abused, and she had a restraining order on her husband. That restraining order expired. After the restraining order expired, he killed her. This woman had children. They did get him. I will say that. They did get him, and he is locked up. But the children don't have their mom, because this little knucklehead decided after the order expired, he just wanted to go and kill her. It is so sad. Then you have the other side. You have the women that get so much fear in their mind from an ass whooping. One day they're gonna get tired. Gonna get tired of going through the abuse. And what they do, they make a plan. They make a plan to either leave or kill the abuser. Now, once they make that plan to kill the abuser, they going to jail. There's no way around that. They're definitely going to jail. Even if there's police documentation, meaning she called every time it happened, she called, she reported it, she did everything she was supposed to do as a woman with or without children that was going through abuse. She made the phone calls, but one day she got tired. She said, you know what? I'm not dealing with this no more. And she's scared and afraid. She make a plan. The plan is to kill this ass so he can never hurt me again. But she goes to jail. For what? Defended herself? But that's our system. That's our justice system. Whether it's justified or just fucked up, but that's our justice system. I know I'm using profanity. Hey, it is 8:46. I'm good. It's an adult show. This is an adult show. So if my profanity is offending someone, I'm very sorry. But I'm passionate about this goddamn topic because nobody deserves to be abused for no reason. I don't give a shit what somebody tell me. Nobody deserves that. Okay? Next, I know I'm written, but I'm just so freaking passionate about this. Now I want to tell you how it looks to the medical professionals when they take a look and they see there's a victim of domestic violence. I am going to talk about it. I'm going to say this. If a medical professional sees that a male or female, and I keep putting this out there, male or female, is going through domestic violence, there's questions that they ask the person they suspect is going through abuse. Even though she may lie, all the signs is there. Broken bones, fractured bones, black eye, big nose, big lip, bump on the forehead, bruises all over her body. All those are signs. Something is happening here. Something is not right. This woman is going through something. This man is going through something. By law, even though she may say she's not going through anything, or she make us some lie like, oh, I did it to myself. By law, he has to report it. That doctor has to report what they see to the law. After they report it, it is totally out of your hands. Out. Done deal. Because they're going to report it. That's how come I know this. In the bathrooms, when, I'm going to say this, when I go see my gynecologist, the JJ doctor, in the bathrooms, there's signs. They got signs in the bathroom that ask clear-cut questions. Are you a woman that is being beat on? Are you a woman that is being abused? You no longer have to be afraid. Call this 888 number. You go in the bathroom, you shut the door, you get ready to pull your pants down to pee, and you looking at the sign. Sign right there. You got no choice but to read it because you're in the bathroom stall. Can't miss it. So even in situations like that, there's signs that you can get help. Anytime you're going through it, don't, you know what, ladies, I don't give a damn how dick that good may be. It ain't worth an ass whooping. Men, I don't give a shit how good the pussy may be. It ain't worth you getting your ass whooped either. Don't stick around for the sex. Ain't no sex that damn good that you got to put up with abuse. I hope y'all feeling me on that. Other places where you'll see signs is on, where was I at? I was on my way to Virginia because I traveled to Virginia and North Carolina a lot. I was on my way to the Virginia and I had got to the Virginia state line, and you know they have like the little rest stop. Okay, at the rest stop, you go inside the building. Yes, you go inside the building. At the rest stop, they got a sign up there. And what I did was, because it was the first time I saw it at a freaking rest stop, snapped the picture. I posted it on my Facebook. Look at here. This is a wide ass problem with this domestic abuse stuff. Like, what gives a person a right to think that they could abuse another human being? I got a solution. Put a bullet in your ass. That's my solution. I might go to jail. I ain't gonna kill you. I know what I gotta do to keep from going to jail. But I'm gonna shoot your ass somewhere where you're gonna think about it the next time. That's just me. It is important for battered men and women to realize that abusers sometimes escalate in their abusiveness when first served with a protective order. So, protective order in place. They get it. Either it gets delivered to them or they get it in the mail. They go to fuck off. Oh, this so-and-so think this protective order is gonna save her, it's gonna save him. They just got pissed off. You know what? I say let them be pissed off. They can be pissed off all they want. Stay pissed off over there. Over there with the craziness. Next is other elements of a safety plan may include the victim changing his or her work life. Now you got to change jobs. Why? Because this abuser decide that they want to come up on your job, or they want to wait for your ass when you get off. Now you got to change jobs. You got to put a plan in place to change how you make your living, how you make money, how you going to support you and your child. You got to go find another job because of this dickhead. Really? Moving right on. Having an emergency contact person, someone that you trust. Be careful with this one. The person that you trust may be the one to tell where you are. You better be very, very sure that whoever your emergency contact person is, you can trust them with your freaking soul. That's how deep it goes. You could trust them with your soul. I didn't say your heart. I said your soul. That's your emergency contact person. Establish danger signals to alert neighbors or co-workers that you are in immediate danger. You may not want your co-workers to know what you're going through. Pick one co-worker, one neighbor that you trust that can help you get out the situation that you are in. Pick one. You ain't got to tell everybody because it ain't everybody's business. Whether it's a co-worker or a neighbor, just pick one that you trust that will help you get out the situation that you're in, to include, if you have to, escape the madness. Just escape. So those are some tips. I want to go into, there is forms of mandatory reporting. Mandatory reporting. And the legal requirement holds up in 47 states that require, remember I talked about health professionals, that require health professionals to report suspected instances of domestic violence to the police. That is a legal requirement. Once they do that, it is out of your hands as a victim. The best thing you could do is tell the truth and don't try to protect the ass that's whooping your ass. No point in protecting them. Let them go. Find somebody that can appreciate you for who you are. If y'all wondering what I'm drinking, I'm not drinking alcohol. It's actually Pepsi, which I don't drink, but I didn't have water available, so I settled for the Pepsi because I try to stay on alkaline or purified water, and I ain't have none in reach, so I had to settle for the Pepsi. Now we're going to talk about I always screw this up, especially when I did discrimination in the gay community. There's some acronyms. LG, lesbian, gay, LGB, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transsexual, and queer community. Kathy says she did that for years. So Kathy, you did all those things that I mentioned. If you don't mind, only if you don't mind, can you just give a short synopsis of how did you get out of it? Did you have help? Did you have a plan? Did you escape? Did you kill a motherfucker? I don't know. Hope you didn't kill him because you out here. All right, just joking with the last part though. But some women end up in jail. Some women really do end up in jail for the act of protecting themselves. That's our justice system. It is. The gay community, whoever the victim is that is in that particular intimate relationship, they are abused to some. Hold on, y'all. Somebody trying to call me. Nope. Don't go nowhere. Somebody interrupted my live stream again. There y'all go. There y'all go again. My phone is acting up. I gotta try to get y'all back. Oh, okay. Every time my phone rings, I think I'm gonna lose y'all, and I'm hoping that I don't lose you. All right, within the gay community, a dysfunctional relationship result in healthcare and law enforcement professionals failing to appropriately respond to the victims that are abused. In other words, if it's known that there's a gay couple and the victim is doing what they're supposed to do as far as seeking help, getting protection to keep from being abused, they are ignored. They're ignored. They're not going to get the help that they need. They're not going to get the protection that they need. Keep in mind, I don't give a damn that they're gay. They're still human. So what? That's just a sexual preference. They're still human. Whether they're gay, queer, bisexual, transsexual, lesbian, whatever, they're still human. They still should have the same protection rights and laws in place as the heterosexuals that are victimized with abuse. They should, but they don't. Prevention. Let's talk about how do you keep from being abused. I'm going to sum this up real short. Pay attention to all the signs. That first slap is a sign. Get out. Get out. That first taking of your body, get out. The insults, get out. The punch in the face, the black eye, the nosebleed, the big lip, get out. All those are signs. If you have a stalker, report his or her ass. Depending on how bad the stalking is, if they find out where you live, they got your address, they know what time you come in the house. Okay, hold on. Kathy says, we was together, he had something that was mine, and I took charge for him because I knew if he went to jail, he was coming back home. So I went to jail, and when I came out, I left to a city in the state. I left to the city in the state, where am I? Of New Jersey, really far from him, and now I'm happy, stress-free, and scared-free in the state of PA. I blocked him from everything I knew he could find me. Yes. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you went to jail for him in order to get away from him, but you did what you had to do. So now you are free. You're mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually freaking free, which is good. You no longer have to look over your shoulder if he's going to find you or not and do you some more harm. Thanks for sharing your story, Kathy. Much appreciated. Did I give y'all everything I wanted to give y'all? Is everybody on here that's in this live stream? Yes, thank God. Everybody on here that's in this live stream, are y'all okay with the information that I have given you so far? Anybody have any questions at all? No? Okay. Now I want to move on to some other information that has been put out about the, thank you, Maura, put out about the, thank you, Kathy, the cosmetic industry. Do you wear any type of makeup? If you wear any type of makeup, type me. You wear any type of makeup, type me. Men wear makeup too. Men wear the eyeliner stuff. Okay. There is a bill, a legislative bill that banned the sale of all cosmetics in certain states. I'm going to tell you why. It is called, okay, Kathy, because you wear this, the eyeliner and the lip gloss, there is, in the cosmetic industry, I'm going to say this, in the cosmetic industry and in the food and drug industry, our country, America, allows chemicals in the cosmetics to include soaps, to include lotions, to include food, to include cleaning supplies, chemicals to be formulated, sold, consumable or non-consumable to the end users such as us, that causes diseases. Our country allows, I think it's like 47,000 of those chemicals into or used or not restricted in the United States. Whereas other countries ban it and they only allow 6 to be used to the people in their country. And I covered this before, but it just came up again because there's some states that is putting legislation in process and banning the use of the chemicals that I'm going to give you in the cosmetic industry. So what I want y'all to do is, even with your soaps, with your soap powder, your soaps, your soap powder, and your cosmetic items, read the ingredients. Now, if y'all want me to, I will post the ingredients, this list here that I have, I will post it onto the Women's Closet TV page, not group, because I disbanded the group. So if you are following, if you're on my page and you follow me on the Women's Closet TV page, not group, but page, I will post it in there or on there. So I'm going to go over the cosmetics that contain asbestos, or lead, which is all carcinogenic products that causes cancer, that is allowed to be used and formulated to create products to put on our skin. Okay, so you have, just read the ingredients. I'm gonna go through them real quick. Dibutylfolate, diethylfolate, formaldehyde. Let's talk about formaldehyde. Now, the closest I've been to formaldehyde, like up close and personal, was when I was going to Hahnemann University. When I attended Hahnemann University and I was chasing degrees and stuff, I spent 5 years in a cadaver lab. In that cadaver lab, the bodies, meaning the people that donated their body to science or individuals like me to learn on, they were preserved in formaldehyde. That's the closest I've been to formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is embalming fluid. Now I know back in the day, you had people that was smoking angel dust and they was mixing it with formaldehyde. Okay, so formaldehyde is on this list. Formaldehyde releases mercury and its related products. All this stuff is in the cosmetic products. This is how come I'm telling you, this list came out and some states are banning the use of these chemicals in the products because they causes cancer and people putting it on their skin. Isobutylparabens, isopropylparaben, butylparaben, propylparaben, toluene, triclosan, carbon black, and polyfluoroalkyl substances. Those are the chemicals that have been banned, and states are asking the powers that be, the politicians, to get involved and put a ban on these products. Once it reaches the House, it becomes a bill. It's called the HR bill, and it gets assigned a number. I'm gonna see if I can find the number. This bill was introduced March 19th of 2019. March 19th of 2019, and I'm looking for the HR bill number to give to you so you will have it. Hold on, let me just see if I can find it. This one is Assembly Bill 495. Assembly Bill 495. And the next current event, I'm almost wrapping up, y'all, just hang with me. The next current event, well, actually 2 more current events that I want to talk about is this new thing, cosmetic or spa thing that's coming out, and a warning was put out by the FTC, which is the Federal Trade Commission. The Federal Trade Commission has charged a marketer and a seller for this product called cocktails. They're called IV cocktails. And what the seller and the marketer did is they put out claims that their cocktail would cure cancer, it would cure other diseases, it would cure multiple sclerosis, it would cure CHF, congestive heart failure. Okay? Anytime a person creates a product, including me, creates a product and you publicize claims that it could cure a disease, you put yourself out there for public information. And it's all about how you word it to keep your ass out of trouble with the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. These individuals claimed that their products had the ability to treat diseases such as the ones I gave you. I'm going to tell you what the cocktail is. Then I'm going to ask you, do you think it makes sense? The IV cocktails are advertised as IV bars, and what they do is the cocktail, they inject it into your bloodstream. They are not doctors. I'm gonna say this again. They are not doctors. They're not physicians. They're not. Okay? Their cocktail, they charge anywhere from $100 to $250 for these IV bars, IV cocktail injections. This is what's in them. They had a mix of water, vitamins, minerals, herbs. They mix it in a cocktail and inject it into your arm and tell you that whatever is wrong with you, you're not going to have that problem no more. The FTC ordered this company. I'm going to tell you what the company is. It's called IV Cocktails, and it's put out by A&O Enterprises, Inc. If you see anything with A&O Enterprises, Inc., don't buy it. Don't even settle for the IV bar cocktail. Water, minerals, vitamins, and herbs. Now, I'm not saying I don't believe in none of those. I believe in herbs. I believe in vitamins. I believe in minerals. And they all have therapeutic properties. They all have therapeutic properties that can help you with your health. But some things, based on what we eat and what we put in our bodies and how we take care of ourselves, is causing the diseases that we have, the illnesses that we have. And natural holistic remedies is good. Do it take the place of Western allopathic medicine? No. No. Not unless you want it to. Allopathic medicine, Western medicine, the medicine that you get from the doctor who prescribed it to the pharmacist that filled it, as bad as they are, and I say bad because they all got side effects. If it's coming from the pharmacy, it got a freaking side effect. Good because it does work. Sometimes the medication works, but sometimes the medication don't work. These individuals put claims in. It's going to help with cancer. It's going to help with multiple sclerosis. Thanks for the heart, love. It's going to help with the other diseases, the congestive heart failure. That's where they messed up. They shouldn't have never said, oh, it could cure that. No. They got the FTC in their business. They should have never put that out there. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. They're going to mix a cocktail together and inject it into your arm and tell you that you're going to be cured. Bullshit. That's what I say. The FTC ordered this company to, and the thing about it is that this company had a whole lot of clinics across the states. So the FTC ordered all of this company clinics across the state to cease and desist their claims. I'm surprised they didn't shut them down. They cannot make any express or implied health safety claims unless it is not misleading to the public and they have supported scientific evidence, which they do not. When you start dealing with health and you start making claims on some stuff, in the medical industry, you better have some proof. That proof is evidence-based documented data. You don't have the data, you don't have the documentation, you don't have the evidence, you're setting yourself up for a fine or going to jail or cease and desist and follow what it is that they're telling you to follow. Y'all have any questions? Hi, Kathy. Any questions about what I covered? Now I'm going into the last part. The last part is this. There are states, and you might want to check this out within your state. There are states that are issuing tickets if you are in an area that has been designated as a congested area. What does that mean? I'm going to give you an example. Here in Philadelphia, we have a part in the city called Center City. Center City is busy, very, very busy. Center City can be designated as a congested area. If you drive your car in that congested area, you're going to get a ticket. There are states that are implementing that law. There are city states that are implementing that law. If they have an area that, thanks for the thumbs up, if they have an area that is considered a congested area, you are not allowed to drive your car in that area. If you do, you will receive a ticket. Thanks, Mark, for tuning in. You're going to receive a ticket, and they are in process of making that a law. So check your city-state laws out if you drive. I know Philadelphia is definitely trying to do it. New York has it in place. So check your city-state law, find out what area they're considering is or they categorize it. Hi, Mike, for tuning in. Or they categorize it as a congested area. If the city-state designates certain streets that you cannot drive down because it's labeled as a congested area, and you go and do it anyway, you're going to get a ticket. City states is definitely pushing and trying to pass that law. Some states already have it enacted. You might want to check with your city state. Last thing, well, next to the last thing I'm going to talk about is cell phones. City states used to give warnings. You get caught driving, texting, talking while you're driving. They used to, it's a law that they'll just give you a warning for doing it. Jersey, one state over for Philly, have put in effect the law. You get caught in Jersey on your cell phone, whether you're talking or texting, no more warning, you're getting a ticket. No more warnings, you are getting a ticket. They don't need to give you a warning anymore, because now in Jersey, it's a law. They can just automatically give you a ticket because you were talking on the phone. You may say, well, Carol, how are they going to catch us? They got cameras. If you notice, all over city states in America, US, they all putting up cameras. It's called Big Brother is watching us. Y'all notice that? That's how they are going to catch you. With a camera. License plate number. You're getting a ticket. So we went over the health alert part. Thank you, Mar. The health alert part is what I told you as far as the FTC and the cosmetic industry. We talked about that. We talked about the domestic violence. If you're just tuning in, please catch that on the replay. I did get some information. We did have a testimonial in the live, in the Facebook Live, and I appreciate that, Kathy, that you shared your story with us. It's about time because it's too many accidents. Yes, it is. It is too many accidents. I was with one of my friends, and actually it was 2 different times. I was with 2 of my girlfriends, and one of them driving at 65 miles an hour, and at the same time she texting on her phone and she swerved. I snatched the phone from her. I said, stop that goddamn texting, and you got me in a car with you and you're doing 65. And she started swerving because she was too busy texting. Scared the crap out of me. I don't play that. No. Had another friend I was with. She texting, and it's a car coming towards us, but she looking down texting. Another scary moment. And I just looked at her. This one I just looked at her like, yo, do you see that car coming towards us and you texting? Yeah, I see it. Okay. All right. So yeah, they should issue tickets for texting and for calling while you on the phone and you driving. No, don't drive and text. Don't drive and talk on the phone unless you got one of these. I know y'all always see me with these, my headphones. You got headphones and you can be hand-free and you can keep your hands on the steering wheel like they supposed to. Right. When I snatched the phone out of hand, yeah, I did. It was like an instant reaction, but that's all I was just scared. So I like, yo, give me that goddamn phone. And she said, yo, I got this. I'm under control. Like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Because it scared me. So I talked about the tickets. I want to tell y'all about some events. And V-Steam Party. In case you don't know what a V-Steam Party is, let me enlighten you. If you are interested in having a V-Steam party, I know, do y'all know what a V-Steam is? Hi, Candy. Thanks for tuning in. Do y'all know what V-Steam is? Type yes or no. Because I know, once I explain it to you, I know y'all have seen it on TV, but it's very ancient, very old, and it's an ancient old practice, but somehow Hollywood has popularized, and when Hollywood popularized anything, now it becomes a household name. It's called the JJ Steam. So anyway, I'm scheduling a V-Steam party. No, okay. Marlo, V-Steam is having your vagina detox and cleanse, or for therapeutic reasons. And what that means is there's a stool, it's called the yoni stool. You sit on this, you take off all your clothes, you are given a gown, and you sit on this yoni steam stool. In the compartment of the yoni steam stool is a pot, and it has therapeutic herbs in it, and it has a hole at the top of the stool. That gown, okay, you heard about it, right? Okay, so I'm having a V-Steam party. I haven't decided what Saturday. If you are in the city of Philadelphia and you want to attend the V-Steam party, yes, and you want to attend the V-Steam party, you can give me a call at 267-864-8639 so you can get the details and the information. Now, I might just do a special on V-Steam because there's a lot of women who are not familiar with V-Steam. A lot of women think that, oh, that's a new fad. No, it's not. These things dates back to the elders before there was physicians, because back then all they had was the earth to help the women heal themselves with the herbs from the ground. It's very big in the Asian cultures because it's a tradition. It's also a tradition in Egypt, Africa, China, Korea, and 5 other countries. It got popularized here in the States when Tia and Tamara went on TV and did it. And because Hollywood did it, a lot of women think, oh, that's something new. No, it's not, queens. It is not nothing new. It is an ancient old practice. Very ancient, very old, like 5,000 BC old. Yeah. April 20th, I'm having a product creation event. Workshop. It's actually a workshop. What that means is if you are interested in starting your own product line, I am teaching a product workshop that will give you the tools you need to start your own product line. And once you leave this workshop, you will have options to choose from. Options to choose to create 3 different type businesses from the products that you create in the workshop. I will be posting Rejuvenating It Is. Yes, every woman should try the JJ facial, a vaginal facial, at least once, because your vagina is going to freaking thank you in the end. Really, it is. Oh, this feels so good. Yes, it does. Beauty specialist class. If you are interested in getting into the beauty industry and you want to become a beauty specialist, that class is also coming up. So as these classes come up, I will be giving you more information. One last thing. I am in the beginning stages of having a cadaver lab that I connected with a professor at one of the prestigious universities. The course that I created is for massage therapists, nurses. I don't want to leave anybody out. So if you are a person that is interested in seeing what the body looks like up underneath all this skin, and you're not afraid to get into the cadaver lab with me, once everything is finalized with the university, I will be putting out more information about the cadaver lab. And if you're interested in learning what it's like from the layers, the 7 layers, the 2 layers of the skin, the 7 layers of muscles, the nerves, the tendons, the ligaments, the muscles, the arteries, the veins, the organs. If you're not afraid to get into the cadaver lab with me, you're more than welcome to take this course. You may just want to take it for personal information so you have a better understanding of our beautiful human bodies. So, I've covered a lot of information. My time is up. I hope you have enjoyed my Facebook Live tonight. And what I try to do here in Facebook Live is give you a current event, give you a health alert, talk about the core topic, the hot topic of the live stream, and give you current events as well. So my shows is based on taboo, forbidden, health alert, current event. That sums it up. My radio show is based on the same thing. However, I do not have the same thing on my radio show that I have on my Facebook live stream that will be going to internet TV pretty soon. I make them, the topics are totally different, unless they are very, very important, like I did the one on high blood pressure in the pharmaceutical industry and the prescription meds and the alternatives to prescription meds. Then, like I did that one, I put both of them on the radio and on live TV. So I like to say my time is up. Tune in next Thursday at 7 p.m. Tune into SadorRadio.com on Mondays. I am on the radio on www.sador.com on Mondays, every Monday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. We are on part 2 of The Soul of a Man. We covered part 1 of The Soul of a Man Monday. This Monday coming, we'll be doing part 2 of The Soul of a Man. And I'm going to tell you what that's about real quick. If there's any questions that you want me to ask these men that are in the radio station, I need y'all to send me those questions so I can ask them. And once I ask them, because you'll get your answers, I need, Marlo, you'll be receiving, you should have, did you receive your gift already, Marlo, from last week? I sent you a gift. It's a package. Did you get it? If not, let me know so I can track the package. Angela, Candy, thanks for tuning in. Kathy, where are you? Marlo, thanks for tuning in. Kathy, I need you, I'm going to give you my phone number. I need you to text me your, okay, Mara, I'll check on it. I need you to text me your information so I can send you a gift for participating and giving and providing important information about your experience. I want to send you something as my way of saying thank you for sharing your story. So call me at 267-86, text me at 267-864-8639 with your information. And since you're in the city, you might can just come pick it up right away. It's up to you. So that's my time, everybody. Thank you for sticking with me. Stay blessed up. Please share. If we can only help one person at a time, we never know who we help. But with the hopes of the show, we can help one person or many at the same time. Can only do that by reach one, teach one. Thank you, everybody. Stay blessed up. And I will see you on the next live stream. But definitely tune in onto my radio show, www.sadorradio.com. Take care, everybody. Good night. Hey, everybody. This is Carolyn with the Women's Closet TV show. I'd like to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching this video. As you can see, I also have Facebook Live over here, and I have some people over here that I'm about to say goodnight to. So thank you, everybody, for watching the video. Please share this information, especially on the domestic violence. I believe I gave some important information that can help a family, a gentleman, or a queen, a king, that is going through some type of domestic violence. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye. Stay blessed up.